Yeah, I'm proud of our group. We gave ourselves a chance, but it's just frustrating to start that way and have to dig out of a hole. I wish we could have dug in a little better defensively to start the game like we did the last 10 minutes of the game to make it interesting. But they had an answer for everything, and they're really good.
You look at the numbers, Virginia, and then again tonight, those numbers usually win you games.
Yeah.
Are you concerned about not being able to get over the hump against some of these teams?
Yeah, I think that's a big issue for us. Are we going to be able to defend well enough? Again, we shoot 54% from the floor, 3 turnovers. Digging in. I thought it was interesting. Bonzi got that charge, which was a big play in this somewhere in the last 10 minutes, but we didn't get any in the first half. We didn't get any in the first half to kind of set a tone that way, and that's really hurting us right now.
You get down that much, you have to be perfect at the end of comebacks in that situation. Yep. How do you avoid, especially at home, in a situation getting down 18 twice? You made a couple runs.
Yeah. It's amazing we made the runs. I give them a lot of credit. We'll watch some of the things we did to make the runs, but it's exhausting. There's no question about it. It's really exhausting. I thought we fouled. We had some, maybe some not really smart fouls. We got out of position in a key defensive possession when it was a 2-point game. D kind of overhelped a little bit on, those are things like then it's effort. Then you're digging in. Then you got to be smart too. You got to think the game and understand where you're at. So, it's something where we have to grow and teach this group to be better at.
Mike, Mike Young, Artis, and Jeter, I think combined for 62.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, we didn't have many answers for Young, even though, in the second half we were a little bit better. We were going to try and double him, and then he didn't start. But he's really a good player. The thing that's hard to absorb is Jeter getting 18. Those two guys are going to score. And, but Jeter getting 18 kind of really hurts you. A lot of respect for Artis and Young. They're men in our league. They're really men.
Is that just kind of a matchup thing that you knew?
Yeah, we tried a couple different guys. I guess we fouled him every time he touched it. I don't know. I guess our post defense, we had a lot of whistles. I guess we got to look and, we put him on the line a lot. But, we played a lot of different big guys on him. At times we got some good stuff. He's gonna get some. He's gonna score. He's a good player. And then you're worried about Dublin because they're shooting the ball better, and they're shooting threes too. They made 10 threes on us. So you're hoping you can absorb enough twos and be good enough offensively. We just couldn't. We didn't get when we were. We never had effort and defensive intelligence together much tonight. Like digging in and being smart about our positioning. We didn't have those. We kind of, played all over the place, and they're too good. They burn you.
Mike, when you look at the fact that you guys are down 18 twice, you come back, but then just can't get over the hump.
Yep.
How tough is that when it especially happens multiple times in the game not to get all the way back?
Yeah, no, it's frustrating, and you're trying to. Well, I think what you do is, you you're early in the ACC season, and you look and say, man, we did some really good stuff to keep digging and giving ourselves a chance with a team that was in a great offensive rhythm and has been proven to be a hell of an offensive team. So I'm proud of that. I really am. But, I think starting a game, starting a half, we started the game in the half just kind of on our heels, and so it's exhausting. For us to have a Matt Ryan 3 to tie it, I don't know if we deserve that, quite frankly. But, somehow the game got crazy, and there we were in that position.
How much did an 18-point deficit really change who you guys were at that time?
Yeah, I give Demetrius a lot of credit. He had, you kind of abandon any kind of patient offense, and you're ball screening for him, and he's just driving and making plays, either scoring or and it worked. He was good, or he's rocking back and taking threes. So but it does change your style there. There's no question about it offensively. Having said that, we only turned it over 3 times. We shot 54%. We made, we were scoring the thing enough, But when you start a game and a half, whew, those are 2 deep holes.
Mike, you've been talking about, defense and trying to emphasize it for quite a while, and every last guy in the room there, when you said the first thing they said was, we got to come out better and defend right off the bat.
Yeah.
And yet this is kind of a recurring theme. How do you, what's the steps you have to take to translate talk into doing?
Well, you give your starters a chance. The guys you're starting a chance, a couple more times, and then maybe you have to start different guys. I think, I'm not abandoning that, where you maybe you have to play differently to start a game. The one thing Torres and Pfluger do is they guard. They put their chest in there and they guard, and that's why we like them in the rotation right now. Again, we got to keep growing Pfluger. I mean, he gives us something there, but it's. We got to stay on them and stay after them, and if we can't get it enough to start, then maybe start a game or half. Maybe we have to start differently, which I think when you're 1 and 2 in the league, everything's up for debate because Wednesday becomes very important for us.
Demetrius said you guys need to start games and start halves with the same kind of intensity that you did when you were down 18. How do you do that? How do you instill that mindset from the very beginning? It's
a great question. I thought we were very ready to play. We practiced well. We were good this morning. We were very focused. We had come off a really good night in Boston, so you're feeling good about yourself. I think when a team is really in an offensive rhythm and really making shots on you early, it breaks your spirit a little. And, we've been that team sometimes where you can break a team's spirit a little bit by just getting in a great offensive rhythm. And they were rolling the first 10, 12 minutes. And, it was one of those great performances offensively. We made some mistakes, but they also made some really big-time offensive plays, too.
And obviously it's a different opponent, but did you notice anything different on the glass between Thursday night and tonight?
Yeah, there's more bodies flying in there physically, and, we got out-rebounded by 10, 11 offensive rebounds. But, it's, what did Zach had 5, and VJ rebounding against a group like this is something, you feel good about. But we're growing. We got a lot of growth left. We got time to do it. We got to get back in the gym tomorrow and work on some things and talk about some things and see if we can bounce back and get a league win and get to 500. That's where we're at.
How do you bounce back from exerting so much energy into?
Well, it's good we don't play till this was a quick window for us. There's no question. It's good we don't play till Wednesday at 9 o'clock. We do need a little rest on the front end physically. That was a quick turnaround, but we'll be fine. We'll be fresh. Monday or Tuesday we'll be fresh. We'll figure out what we do the next 2 days.
What about mentally with a team that does have so much room to grow? How do you kind of rebound from that?
Yeah, I think, I'll talk to them the same way. I talk to them in there the same way I've talked to them after we've had losses, getting into a bounce back situation. Every time we haven't lost 2 in a row. We've lost and we've come back and won a game, and that's kind of where we're at. And that could be who we are a lot. So you kind of coach from that standpoint. But we do need a little physical and mental rest. And then, of course, school starts Tuesday. I kind of like that. It gets them back in a routine and gets them more active. We've been on break for a while, but a lot to work with. I love our group. They want to be coached. They want to be better. We got to, as coaches, we got to find ways to help them and put them in better position.
Mike, I know no loss is easy. Is it particularly more difficult when it happens at home?
Yeah, I think anytime you don't hold serve at home in league play, that's a tough one. You were hoping you could really be very good at home in league play, but I don't think you can. We'll teach and move on from it quick. You gotta, it's still early in this thing, and I love some of the stuff we did. We had some mental breakdowns, defensively, position-wise. But we'll keep teaching and working on it and see if we can get a home win Wednesday. We're fully aware how long this thing is, and again, bouncing back after losses, I think is something that this group will have to be good at. They've already had to do it, and they're in it again.
With Steve, I know obviously named him a captain. Have you seen that already?
Yeah,
spark?
I think what it does, it helps Demetrius. There's another guy out there on the floor, and I'm not just talking to Demetrius. I can talk to both of them about what they need to do. And so I think, number one, he deserves it, but I think it helps. Those two guys are on the floor most of the game. Those are the guys that have to be the rocks. So I want to keep talking to the team, through those guys.
And have you seen him kind of embrace that?
Yeah, he's been great. He's really been good. Again, I think it's really improved he and Demetrius's relationship. It's made them communicate more, which I think is important because those are our two rocks on the floor.
Going back to the years, 82 points against Pitt would have been an easy win sometimes. What have they done?
Pitt's done a great job reinventing. I think Jamie's done a great job reinventing. They're an offensive group right now, and there's 3 programs they've done a great job with the graduate transfer thing and staying old and getting really old. Jamie's done a great job, Rick Pitino's done a great job, and the guys that beat Virginia today have done a great job. That is an interesting dynamic, which I think I have to have more of an open mind to, because it does keep you really old. We've done the transfer thing before, but I think, you got to give Pitt credit. They've reinvented philosophically in this league, and right now, again, their offensive efficiency, this is who they've been. We were hoping, we didn't think we were going to shut them down. We're hoping we could curve that a little bit, but not today. Thank you.